eyes drop to the floor. Hear that slick little laugh from across the door. He thinks she won't say a word, but I remember every line I heard. He walks away, I let him talk. Hands in my pockets while my pulse ticks off. Breathing deep, count to 4. There's a storm behind a half-closed door. My presence is loud enough. I don't need to shout to shake the room up. You won't hear a sound, just feel the weight. I'll handle it later, face to face. My presence is loud enough. Come in the moment, stealing the cut. You cross the line and that's on you. We'll settle this quiet, just us two. She asked me, you okay? I say, look at me, you're safe. I'm still like not a wave, but I don't forget what people say. Lights burn out, the crowd thins down. He's by the back door, glancing around. I close the space, inch by inch. Every word measured, every fist unclenched. My presence is loud enough. I don't need to shout to shake the room up. You won't hear a sound, just feel the weight. I'll handle it later, face to face. My presence is loud enough. Come in the moment, stealing the cut. You cross the line and that's on you. We'll settle this quiet, just us two. This is how a man moves, not in chaos, in control. You feel every truth in the silence that I hold. I don't bark, I don't bluff, but I'm here, that's enough. My presence is loud enough. I don't need to shout to shake the room up. You won't hear a sound, just feel the weight. I'll handle it later, face to face. My presence is loud enough. Come in the moment, stealing the cut. You cross the line and that's on you. We'll settle this quiet, just us two. Leaning on cold rail, paint flaked on his hands. One light in the kitchen glows over the pans. Her breathing through drywall, slow, steady tide. He ought to be sleeping. He stalls on the side. A man's mind at night is a library with no closing time. Every shelf lit bright, every borrowed her and borrowed rhyme. He keeps walking the aisles till the headlines blur with nursery rhymes. A man's mind at night is a library with no closing time. Brake lights on 6th Street stretch into a vein. Old fights, new emails file under half explained. Dad's laugh, mom's warnings stacked in his head beside what he should said, a man's mind at night is a library with no closing time. Every shelf lit bright, every secret fear and quiet crime. He keeps walking the aisles where the waves lean on crooked spines. A man's mind at night is a library with no closing time. He could climb back and curl against her knees, yeah. Let the ceiling fan shuffle through the leaves, but he stands out here on his private floor, checking out worries he's read before. A man's mind at night is a library with no closing time. Every shelf lit bright, from the boy he was to worn out pride. He keeps walking the aisles till the dawn cuts through the exit sign. A man's mind at night is a library with no closing time. Phone buzz, 1 a.m. halo, name on the screen, like you knew I'd wait. Stare at the ceiling, heartbeat counting, but my voice stands up, walking slow to the gate. I say, hey, you just wake me up, like I wasn't tracing every number on the clock. You laugh, you talk, like I'm just your steady friend. But a man never shows his hand, a man never shows his hand. You spill your day, how we missed your birthday, how the fight replayed in the back of a cab. I lean on the doorway, eyes closed, half smiling, acting like this story doesn't cut me in half. I say you'll be fine, you always land on your feet, like I wasn't ready to drop everything and leave. You breathe, you bend, say my name soft at the end. But a man never shows his hand, a man never shows his hand. You ask, did I wake you? And I lie like it's nothing. You say I was up anyway, couldn't sleep, it's nothing. Bite back the truth that I live for this ring, for this hour, this sake, for the chance not to say a thing. I say, get some rest, you'll feel better with the sun, like my chest ain't burning when the call is done. You pause, you breathe, say thanks for being my man. But a man never shows his hand, no, a man never shows his hand. ocean says it first. Every rise, every fall is the way I wish I taught. All the things I never tell, crash and roll and pull and swell. You just breathe and hold my hand, and the water understands. Four-bow blinking red dot on the dark. Our shoes by the lifeguard stand like two question marks. You draw a crooked heart in the edge of the foam. Tide carries half away, leaves half alone. I don't say a word, the ocean says it first. Every rise, every fall is the way I wish I talk. All the things I never tell, crash and roll and pull and swell. You just breathe and hold my hand, and the water understands. If I open my mouth, it might scare this away. So I let the night do the talking for me. Star after star riding over our heads, wave after wave finishing my sentences. I don't say a word, the ocean says it first. Every rise, every fall is the way I wish I told. All the things I never tell, crash and roll and pull and swell. You just breathe and hold my hand, and the water understands.
Red lights through the blinds, paint lines on his face. His voice low like thunder, slow under her skin. She's counting every tremor, not a single word in place. Just a ripple in the air, pulling her in. Some conversations stay below the frequency of language. They're moving the spaces between the breath and the break. She's listening to the shake, to the shiver, to the weight of it. Some conversations happen where the words can't reach. He's talking about nothing, she can't recall a phrase, but the way his chest moves sets the tempo in her veins. Every drop in his tone is a hand on her waist. Every low hum syllable, a door she could take. Some conversations stay below the frequency of language. They move in the spaces between the breath and the break. She's listening to the shake, to the shiver, to the weight of it. Some conversations happen where the words can't reach. Maybe it's a warning, maybe it's a prayer. All she really knows is she's already there, riding that vibration like a secret train, past what he's saying into what he can't explain. Some conversations stay below the frequency of language. They move in the spaces between the breath and the gray. She's listening to the shake, to the shiver, to the weight of it. Some conversations happen where the words can't reach.
Coffee gone cold on the counter. Both of you building your cases. You had the sharpest sentence ready. It burned a hole in your tongue. You saw the look in the mirror, a stranger craving the last word. Fists made of phrases and poison. You almost let that man speak, but you walked away from winning. Let it go, let it go. Left that smaller self standing there, spinning on a floor of broken pride. You walked away from ego, and every step from that old noise was a step toward quiet mornings and the peace inside your eyes. She stood there waiting for thunder, hands on her hips like a shield, ready to swing with the stories, prepared to never back down. Instead you reached for your jacket, softly said, I love you. I'm tired not of her but of the battle that never needed a war. 'Cause you walked away from winning. You chose us, not the score. Left that louder ghost grinning in the kitchen, talking to an empty room. You walked away from ego, from the fire that always wants more. And you found that losing the argument opened up another door. There's a man who lives on the tip of your tongue, who only feels tall when somebody's stung. Tonight you turned your back on him, let his crown fall to the ground. Yeah, you walked away from winning. Let it die, let it die. Didn't slam a single sentence, didn't need to be proved right. You walked away from ego and the fight that never came. A man who walks away from that walks towards peace by name. Quiet clock on the wall, dim blue light through the blinds. I'm tiptoeing past her shoes, trying not to wake her mind. Pan on a borrowed flame, little oil, little salt, slow dance. Her mug in my left hand, like I've only got one chance. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's eggs and toast at 7 a.m. Steam on the counter, coffee in the air again. I don't say I need you, I just said her favorite jam. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's eggs and toast at 7 a.m. Her sweater hangs on the chair, sleeve dipped low like it's tired too. I flip the yoke just right, that's
That's how she likes it, soft all through. Phone face down by the sink, bills underneath the rubber band. All the things we can't fix, yeah. But this is something I can. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's eggs and toast at 7 a.m. Steam on the counter, coffee in the air again. I don't say I'm staying, I just butter both ends. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's eggs and toast at 7 a.m. She shuffles in, hair a mess, I still half in a dream. Smiles when she smells the room. Says, is this all for me? I just shrug, look away, hide my grin in the frying pan. She leans in, kisses my shoulder, whispers, you're my favorite plan. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's eggs and toast at 7 a.m. Steam on the counter, coffee in the air again. I don't say forever, I just fill the plate again. Love doesn't always need words. Sometimes it's eggs and toast at 7 a.m.
He says I never told my father that I was afraid to turn out the same. Thumb on her knuckles, barely moving, both of them breathing out his shame. He lists the nights he drove too angry, the texts he typed, then tore apart the way he laughs when he feels cornered like armor built around his heart. In the dark, it's easier to be honest when faces fade and only voices stay. A man's strength is what he dares to promise, what he lays down, what he lets you weigh. Not the walls he builds up higher, not the fist he keeps of steel. In the dark, it's easier to be honest, and this power is the courage to reveal. He tells her every bad decision, the one that almost cost a friend, the dream he quit before it blossomed because he feared how bright it ended. His voice keeps cracking on the edges, her breathing doesn't skip a beat. He waits for judgment like a sentence, she only shifts and curls her feet. In the dark, it's easier to be honest when faces fade and only voices stay. A man's strength is what he dares to promise, what he lays down, what he lets you weigh. Not the mask he wears in daylight, not the scars he hides to heal. In the dark, it's easier to be honest, and his power is the courage to reveal. I am terrified of failing, I am tired of acting fine. Every secret that he's naming draws her fingers up his spine. Oh, can you hold the parts I'm hating? Can you stay if I'm not strong? She says the bravest thing I'm hearing Is you letting me in, being wrong? In the dark, it's easier to be honest, but the truth you gave won't disappear at dawn. Your strength is every shaken word you offered, every crack that lets the morning in at all. Not the way you carry silent, but the hurt you choose to heal. In the dark, it's easier to be honest, and your power is the courage to reveal. He can't name what he wore, can't say who else was there, but he swears that the room smelled like summer in her hair. That blue dress on her shoulders, one strap slipping low, her laugh cut through the small talk like she was all he'd ever know. A man remembers what matters, lets the rest fall out of frame. He can't quote the crowded chatter, but he still tastes a name. That old jukebox kept on spinning, some slow song out of time. He forgets the second verse, but not her hand finding his in the dim light. You can't trace every birthday or how long that fight ran, just the crack in her voice when she said, I need a different man. The way her eyes stopped shining, half a word before goodbye. The second that the future turned from promise into white. A man remembers what matters, the look that changed it all. He can't map the winding years, but he recalls that final call. The clock was somewhere past midnight, rain tapping soft on the blinds. He forgets what day it was, not the silence on the other side. Call it stubborn, call it tender, call it curse or call it grace. How a single sudden moment can outlive 1,000 days. 'Cause a man remembers what matters, every shiver, every frame, the dress she wore, the song that played, the first time she said his name. He'll lose track of dates and numbers, but one clear truth remains. His heart edits out the background, keeps the scenes that still burn like a flame. I'm not perfect, I won't pretend. I'll track mud on your clean floor, lose my keys again. I'll say the wrong thing at the worst time, but I'll be knocking on your door every morning, every night. 'Cause I'm here, I'm trying, stumbling, failing, still I stand. That's what a man offers. Not a castle, not a plan, not perfection, not big promises, just a shoulder when it's rough. I can't swear I'll never fall, but I'll always show up. I can't fix you, I can't fix me. I'm still learning how to listen, let you speak your piece. I'll carry groceries, hold your hand in line, sit with you in all the quiet when there's nothing left to hide. 'Cause I'm here, I'm trying, stumbling, failing, still I stand. That's what a man offers. Not a castle, not a plan, not perfection, not big promises, just a shoulder when it's rough. I can't swear I'll never fall, but I'll always show up. One day at a time, that's the vow I keep, yeah. Not forever, never changing. Just I'm here, lose or win, no sleep. If you're hurting in the dark, you can call my name. I might not have the answers, but I'll come anyway. Hey, 'cause I'm here, I'm trying, stumbling, failing, still I stand. That's what a man offers. Not a castle, not a plan, not perfection, not big promises, just these hands when life gets tough. I can't swear I'll never fall, but I'll always show up. You sent me that first link, said this one feels like us. Tiny screen glow on your face, bedroom ceiling, summer dust. We argued over track 2, you danced, I tried to stay cool. Every chorus on that list pinned a moment to a tune. This playlist that we made together, every song a memory we underline, every beat a timestamp on our hearts. Press play and we're jumping back in time, yeah. Music is a diary we wrote from the first shy look to the last goodbye. I hit repeat and there you are. Time travel every time we press play. That road trip in your dad's car, windows down, hair in your eyes. We skipped 3 songs in a row just to scream track number 5. Then that slow one in December on the train home, holding hands. I can feel your head on my shoulder soon as that chorus lands. This playlist that we made together, every song a memory we underline, every beat a timestamp on our hearts.
when track 3 starts. I still know your favorite part. Oh, every shuffle feels like fate. Same old story, different day. I don't read your messages, I read the melodies we made. This that we made together, every song a memory we underline. Every beat a timestamp on our hearts. Press play and we're jumping back in time. Yeah, music is the diary we wrote from the first shot. Look to the last goodbye. I hear repeat and there you are. Time travel every time we press play.
Key card on the dress, suit coat on the chair, one lamp beige wallpaper, steam curling from my hair, curtains half drawn, that city blinking like it knows. Room service tray between us, cooling on the floor. You're tracing the rim of an untouched glass. You don't say a word, you just let time pass. 2 glasses on the table, only one red stain. You don't cross this distance, you just say my name. Tension in the carpet, in the air, in my lungs. You weigh like it's effortless, like patience makes you young. Most attractive thing you wear tonight is how you don't rush my mind. Phone face down, screen silent, my heels kick to the side. TV on a low channel, just color, not a guide. Your tie still knotted perfect, top button holding tight. You ask about my week, not how late it's gotten tonight. You lean on the window, let the headlights slide across your reflection. You don't come to my side. 2 glasses on the table, only one red stain. You don't cross this distance, you just say my name again. Tension in the carpet, in the air, in my lungs. You weigh like it's effortless, like patience makes you young. Most attractive thing you wear tonight is how you don't rush my mind. I test the space between us with a half step, then retreat. You smile like you've seen this scene. You're not moving to compete, you just breathe, just be. Let the silence talk for you. Every second that you don't move pulls me closer to the view in you. 2 glasses on the table, now I lift the untouched wine. Your eyes don't even flicker, you just ask, you done. Tension breaks like thunder in a soft, slow kind of way. Most attractive thing you wear tonight is how you let me stay until I chose to cross that line and meet you halfway.
swings, heat hits, gold dress, long slip. You laugh, head back, I feel you lean, hand resting easy, right where your breath is at the small of your back. You scan the room like it's made for you. I just trace your steps, stay half a pace behind. Safe shadows, soft guard, silent line. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. They don't know the way you cuss when you're tired. They just see the shine, I see the bruises you walk through. Let them stare, let them burn in the fire. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. I'm the only one here learning you quiet. I don't need to claim what already chose the truth. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. You say his name, he leans in too close. You tilt your chin, and I already know. Fingers tap twice on my wrist, that secret signal we made in the kitchen over cold takeout and late show. So I slide a little nearer, not a word, just a mirror of the way you stand. You take my hand, spin out laughing into safer light. I stay between you and the edge tonight. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. They don't know the way you hum when you're nervous. They just chase the glow, I see the tired in your bones too. Let them drown in the surface. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. I'm the only one here counting your breaths. I don't need to mark what already knows is held true. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. I'm not here to own you, oh no, just to walk beside, to be the quiet door you slip through when the night starts biting at your pride. If the room turns cold, if the talk turns sharp, I'll be the steady palm, warm border on your back, guiding you out or guiding you home. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. They don't hear the way you say my name softer. They just see a prize, I see a person pulling through. Let them watch from the rafters. Every eye in the room but mine's on you. I'm the only one here loving your scars. I don't need to prove what's already moving in you. Every eye in the room, every eye in the room but mine.
Your hand on my jaw, my thumb on your wrist, breath caught between us like it's afraid to exist. Your eyes flicker once to my mouth and back. Every second stacks on the last. Half an inch of forever hanging in the air. I could rush it, I could claim you, but I like it better here in the gravity between us, where every heartbeat hits. A man who saves a moment knows the worth before the kiss. Street outside keeps moving, but it's quiet in our heads. Clock on the wall keeps ticking, but the numbers lose their thread. I count every freckle, every breath you barely take. I'm not scared to lose this, I'm scared the spell might break. Half an inch of forever hanging in the air. I could rush it, I could claim you, but I like it better here in the gravity between us, where every heartbeat hits. A man who saves a moment knows the worth before the kiss. I could close the distance, blink and it's all done. Or I can live a lifetime in the space between our tongues. Call it selfish, call it faith, that heaven's in the waiting, the place. Half an inch of forever hanging in the air. I could rush it, I could claim you, but I like it better here in the universe between us, where every heartbeat fits. A man who holds a moment knows the word before the kiss.
One suitcase, one coffee on the platform, one-way ticket tucked in a worn-out coat. Skyline changes, same number in his phone, same call to his mother. I'm alright, I'm grown. New city, new stars, same standards. He upgrades a view, not the answers. A man carries truth like baggage over every border, every language. New city, new start, same standards. Can't trade in a spine for glamour. He walks through the gate, heart hammered, but he won't check in his carry-on code. Oh, he won't check in his carry-on code. Fresh business card, name in a brighter font, glass in the lobby, he's higher than he thought. Shiny invitations, handshakes with hidden strings, they circle his silence, he smiles, lets it sting. They offer him shortcuts, gold keys, closed doors. He's seen that map before, he leaves them on the floor. Cause money changes rooftops, fame changes tone, but looking in the mirror, that's done alone. New city, new start, same standards. He upgrades the view, not the answers. A man carries truth like baggage over every border, every language. New city, new start, same standards. Can't trade in a spine for glamour. He walks through the gate, heart hammered, but he won't check in his carry-on code. Whoa, yeah. checking his carry-on code.
You're washing dishes, light on your wrist, soap on your fingers, you don't see this twist. He leans in the doorway, hands shaking a bit, been biting his tongue down till he tasted it. He says your name like a first step, like it might crack right under his breath. You turn around, half a smile, half doubt. Something in his eyes says, this is it now. When the dam breaks, every quiet word comes rushing. All the almost, all the nearly said and nothing. He's a fault line, you're the ground under his shoes. When the dam breaks, every buried truth finds you. He laughs at himself, guess I took my time. Talks about the mornings you were on his mind. The coffee gone cold while he watched you read all the tiny heavens he refused to need. His voice keeps climbing, stumbling strange, like a language, learning your name. You reach for his sleeve, he swears he won't run. Every word a weight, he's finally done. When the dam breaks, every quiet word comes rushing. All the almost, all the nearly said and nothing. He's a fault line, you're the ground under his shoes. When the dam breaks, every buried truth finds you. He says I loved you scared, I love you still, I love you wrong, I love you will, I love the way you leave the lights on in the other room. I love the parts of me that only move towards you, yeah. When the dam breaks, every guarded glance turns golden. All the tight fists open up like they were chosen. He's an earthquake, trembling just to touch your hand. When the dam breaks, you both learn the shape you stand. He held it in for months, now the room can barely breathe. A man who finally speaks shakes everything you believe.
Perfume on my shirt, stained into the cotton. I hang it on the chair like I'm saving what we started. Every button that you opened, I can feel it in my hands. You were looking up in silence, I already had a plan. You left your perfume on my shirt so I wouldn't lose the night. Every move we made on purpose, nothing ever felt like might. I'm not a man who rushes, I'm a man who waits his turn. You leaned in like you knew that in your perfume on my shirt. Still burns. I replay the hallway, your heel caught on the rug. You laughed, said you were clumsy, but your fingers found my thumbs. Every pause you planted, every glance that lingered long, you were tracing out the edges of a
lost by dawn. You left your perfume on my shirt, so I wouldn't lose the night. Every move we made on purpose, nothing ever felt like mine. I'm not a man who begs for it, I'm a man who lets it turn. You leaned in like you owned it, and your perfume on my shirt still burns. I could call, I could chase, but I'm standing in the doorway. If you want what I want, you already know the way. I'm a patient kind of danger, I'm the thought you can't unlearn. So I'll wait here in this t-shirt till your perfume returns. You left your perfume on my shirt, so I wouldn't lose the night. Every word we said was chosen, nothing ever felt like mine. I'm not a man who asks twice, I'm the one you make your first. So come finish what you started, 'cause your perfume on my shirt still burns. She calls him distant, like he's hiding some crime. Stares at his coffee, tries to read every line. He just watches the window, rain drawing shapes on the glass. Nobody hears the answers to the questions they never ask. Mystery's just silence, everybody paints it how they want. They draw their own desires on a man who doesn't talk. He don't owe an explanation for every shadow, every thought. Mystery's just silence that your mind dresses up. She says, you're unreadable, like you're holding back storms. He shrugs, I'm just comfortable, not performing every thought I form. They turn quiet into danger, turn restraint into a game. But a man can just be peaceful and still be the same. Mystery is just silence, everybody paints it how they want. They draw their own disasters on a man who doesn't talk. He don't owe an explanation for every heartbeat, every pause. Mystery is just silence, you're the one writing the plot. He won't beg to be understood, won't spill just to prove he is good. A calm mind doesn't need a spotlight. He breathes, he stands, that's his right.